friends. We'll wait just a moment to make sure everyone who wants to participate has an opportunity to get set up and settled in for this live class. While we're waiting, my name is Bryna Parker, and I'd like to welcome you to the St. Louis Earth Day Virtual Festival. I just want to start by saying much gratitude. I know the folks at Earth Day Festival work hard all year round to have this weekend event, and this year they had to switch it up, and I'm grateful that they did. I've been able to participate in the Earth Day Festival as part of the free yoga through Yoga Buzz for the last couple of years, and it's one of my favorite events. So I was really excited to hear that they were going to go ahead and allow us to bring free yoga to you in your home. So thank you for tuning in. Real quick, Yoga Buzz, we are a local nonprofit organization, and we strive to make yoga more accessible. So no matter your background, your income level, your body ability, we're out here bringing yoga to the communities. And so if you want to learn more about that after class, you can hop on over to yogabuzz.org. If you check out online, you'll find a bunch of donation-based classes, all different types of yoga that you could practice. So with that, again, my name is Bryna Parker, and we're going to get started with a 30-minute chair class. So here I have just a regular folding chair, and this one's a little old, so it's kind of creaky, but it's going to work. Any chair that doesn't have arms on the side, maybe it's your desk chair, but that's all we're going to need is a chair. And I'm going to invite you to start by coming into the chair, and we're going to scoot forward just a little bit. So avoid sitting back into the back of the chair, and maybe scoot your sit bones up about halfway through the chair so that you could look down in front of you and see your feet. Plant your feet down in front of you about hip distance apart, and you might even think of taking the knees over the ankles. It's just a way of stacking the joints that could be a little bit more supportive. And we're going to use our feet in this practice. So even though we're sitting down, we're going to continue to press down into the feet. And you can start there now by just pressing the feet down into the ground, into the floor, into your mat, and begin to feel the connection that happens when you're pressing the feet down. A little bit of engagement in the legs. We're also going to take some of that weight out of the sit bones. So after you have a connection with the feet, the invitation is to move around in your seat a little bit on those sit bones until you find them, and see if you can come up right on top of the sit bones. Once you get there, think about taking the shoulders over the hips. So you may have to lean forward and back a little bit until you find that tall, extended spine. You could take your shoulders up, around, and down, and lift up through the top, through the crown of your head. And then your hands could go anywhere you like. You could place them on your lap with the palms down or up, or you can release them by your sides. Some people like to bring their hands to the body. Whatever feels good to you as we begin to ground and center here at the beginning of our practice. We're going to begin to come into our body. So we're going to try to disconnect from all the outside distractions. And if you're in your home or your office, it might be a little bit difficult to practice, but we're going to see if we can allow all of our awareness to be on ourselves, on our body, and on our breath. The invitation is to soften the gaze. So take the gaze, the eyes downward, or you can even close the eyes if that feels okay for you. We're still rooting into the feet and the sit bones, rising tall through the crown of the head. And then here, we're going to begin to create a bigger, deeper inhale and exhale. And you can decide if you want to take inhalation through the nostrils or the mouth, or maybe alternate. That's up to you. It's your practice. But begin to slow the breath down, creating a longer, slower, fuller breath. We'll begin to rest all our awareness on the way the breath moves in and out of the body. And sometimes this can be the hardest part, beginning to disconnect so that you can tune in to what's happening on the inside. There's no rush. Take a few more rounds of a full, steady breath. And as you do that, keep that downward rooting earth energy pressing into the feet, pressing into the ground. Do one more full inhalation here. Maybe you exhale through the mouth. Good. And then you could keep the eyes focused downward, or you can keep the eyes closed. We're just going to release the hands so that they hang down by our sides. We'll spread the fingers wide, begin to turn the palms so that they face forward. Press into the feet as you gently lift the heart, and take a breath here. We'll root down into the feet. As we inhale, we'll reach the arms out wide, all the way up overhead. You could even take the gaze up if that feels okay on the neck. And then the exhale will reach the hands back out wide. Hands will come all the way down by the sides, and your fingertips are going to reach to the ground. Let's do that again. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, arms come all the way down by your sides. Inhale, reaching out. Exhale, spread the fingers wide as the hands reach all the way down towards the ground. Last one, press into the feet. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, arms down by the sides. All right, we're going to try something a little bit different. We're going to inhale up once more. This time as you inhale up, turn your palms to face each other and take the gaze up towards the ceiling. Lifting the heart, pressing into the feet. We'll take a full inhale here. And as you exhale, you're going to let the arms fall out to the sides with the palms facing up. They'll stop halfway at a T. Pausing here, lifting the heart. Take a full inhale. And as you exhale, turn your palms down and release the hands all the way down by the sides. Let's do that again. Root into the feet. Inhale, reach up. Palms will face each other as you take the gaze up towards the ceiling. We'll pause here. And when your exhale comes, we're going to release the arms out to a T with the heart lifting upward. Palms are facing up, opening through the front of the heart, maybe even the collarbone or the throat. And then exhale, releasing, turning the palms down, hands come down by the sides. Let's do that once more. Press into your feet. Inhale, reach out and up overhead. Gaze could look up, palms are facing each other. Wait for your exhale and release the arms open wide, palms face up, heart is lifted. Take a breath here, pausing. And then your exhale, turn the palms down, release the hands all the way down by the sides. Good. Let's roll through the shoulders a few times. So bring the shoulders up by the ears, take them around and down and back, about 2 times in one direction. And then you can switch it up and roll the shoulders the opposite direction. It's beginning to unwind through the shoulders. Nice. Next thing we're going to do is unwind through the neck. So let's start by dropping your left ear to the left shoulder. And you can let the head hang there. Some people might like to rock the head forward and back. You might like a bigger circle of the neck. Decide what feels good here as you gently move through the neck. And if you haven't already, you can take your right ear to the right shoulder, let the head hang here, You can pause with stillness, or you can begin to rock forward and back. We're gently unwinding the body, taking our time to move into the practice gently. Good. And release, we'll come up through center. We're going to move our spine through extension and flexion. So warming the spine, you can keep your feet about hip distance, press into the feet, and take your hands palms down to the tops of the legs near the knees. And then drop the shoulders down as you lift the heart and reach through the crown of your head. Maybe you even gently squeeze the elbows in towards your side body. And as you inhale, we're going to pull the heart through and take the gaze up towards the ceiling, pulling the elbows in. As you exhale, you're going to drop your chin towards the chest, round your back, leaning gently forward. Inhale, lift the head, lift the heart, pull it through as you squeeze your elbows down and back. Pressing into the feet, we'll drop the chin towards the chest. We're going to round through the upper back. It's a space between the shoulder blades. Let's do that a few times. Inhale, lifting the heart. You pull the body through as you lift the gaze towards the ceiling or the sky. Exhale, drop the chin down, round the upper back, softening forward. Inhale, look up, pulling the heart through. Exhale, rounding the back. Good. And then inhale, we're going to come back up through center. We're going to take a forward fold in our chair, and I'm going to give a couple different options. You could keep your feet hip distance, taking your hands onto the legs, and just begin to slide the hands forward. Begin to lean forward with the crown of the head. So bowing forward, pausing here. You're going to find your tailbone, so your root connection, and you're going to root the tailbone down and back. So it's like an anchor that's holding you in this space so you don't fall forward in the chair. Option to stay here. Maybe you'd like to continue to slide your hands down the legs, letting your body rest on the lap, falling forward. Or some people might like to widen and take their feet a little further apart, making space for the body. Continuing to hinge forward, allowing the arms to rest on the side of the legs. Wherever you end up, all of these work great, but wherever you end up, let the crown of the head hang. Let the head dangle. Maybe you even shake the head out a little bit. We're going to take a few rounds of breath here. I know it's a little bit more difficult because the body is folded in half, the diaphragm is being smashed. And just see if you can find breath as you allow the head to hang. Full inhale and a steady exhale. Good. Now root into your feet. If you're hinging forward, take your hands and place them on the tops of the knees. Squeeze your elbows back and your shoulder blades onto the back body. Press into your hands and lift the torso all the way up. All right, we're going to do the opposite of that forward fold. We're going to come into a gentle back bend. So if your legs are further apart, walk the feet back in about hip distance. Take your hands and grab onto the back lower part of your chair. Once you grab hold, you're going to squeeze the elbows towards each other. See if you can also activate the shoulder blades and squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other, lifting the heart. Press into your feet. Your gaze can stay straight ahead, or maybe you gently lift the chin, taking the gaze more towards the ceiling or the sky, but being very gentle with the neck. Take a full inhale here. And exhale. And then option to begin to bring the chin back down. Allow the chin to fall all the way towards the chest. And you can stay here with the shoulder blades squeezing onto the back body, head is hanging, or you could begin to lean forward, bringing your arms more towards straight as they're still holding on to the base of the chair, to the back of the chair. That's just an option. This practice is one that you customize for whatever feels best in your body. We'll take a full inhale here. And exhale. Then when you're ready, press into the feet. We'll inhale, lift up, and release. Sometimes I like to shake it out in between. We're going to move into twisting the spine. So root the feet into the ground, root into your sit bones. We're going to inhale, reach the arms up overhead, palms can face each other. On your exhale, begin to twist your navel point to the left. So rotating from the center of the body. And once you come to the edge of that twist, you can drop the hands down. Back hand can come to the back of the chair. Front hand can come to the opposite leg. Using the chair and the leg as leverage, continue to twist your body to the left. And if it feels okay on the neck, you can even take a look out over that back shoulder. We're going to pause here and try to find some steady breath here in this twist. Full inhale, and a steady exhale. Nice. Wait for your next inhale. When it comes, you can reach the arms back up overhead, begin to rotate back through center, and we're going to bring the hands together at heart center as we exhale. Let's try that on the other side. Press into your feet. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. On your exhale, begin to twist your navel point to the right, finding rotation from the center of the body. Then you can drop the hands down. Back hand comes to the chair, front hand can come to opposite leg. Using the hands as leverage to twist maybe a little bit further to your right. You might even think of turning the head and looking out over the back shoulder. If at any point you find that you've gone to a space that does not feel good, no problem with going back. Full inhale here and exhale. And as you're ready, we're going to inhale, reach the arms back up overhead, turn the torso back through center, and release the hands down. Nice. All right, maybe roll that. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to continue with movements of the spine. We're going to come into a lateral side bend. Pressing into the feet, I'm going to invite you to take your hands to clasp behind the head. So right at the base of the skull, you can press the head into the hands. You can gently pull up on the base of your skull with your hands. Your elbows are moving open towards the space behind you. We'll take an inhale. And on your exhale, you're going to take a side bend to your left. Dropping the elbow down, pausing here. Bring awareness to your right hip. Notice if it wants to lift as you begin to take this side bend, and root it down. Feel a nice opening through the right side of the body. Keep pressing the head back, gently lifting the heart. We'll take one more inhale here. Complete exhale. And then bring the hands back up through center. We're going to continue on to the other side. Begin to take a side bend to your right, dropping the elbow down. Root into your feet. Keep pressing the head back into the hands and opening the elbows towards the space behind you. Steady breath. Nothing to rush. Wait for your next inhale. When it comes, we'll come back up through center with the head and release the arms out. Maybe you roll through the arms one more time. Good. From a seat, you can take your hands to the lap. I'm going to invite you to extend your left leg out long and place the heel down on the ground in front of you. Left leg is extended long. We're going to root down into our sit bones and rise tall through the crown of the head. On your exhale, begin to lean forward, thinking of a long spine. So we're not rounding in the back. We're just leaning or bowing or leaning forward towards that extended leg. Keep reaching through the crown of your head. Once you come to the edge of this forward bend, maybe you let the chin drop down. Find an inhale and exhale. Your hands can come to the lap for support. We'll press into the hands as we gently lift the torso back up. And then bring that left foot back in. Coming right to the other side, extend the right leg out long, press the heel down into the ground in front of you, and the toes are flexed. That means the toes are moving back towards the shin. Come tall through the crown of your head. Hands can come to the lap for support. We'll begin to hinge forward, thinking about a long spine. So not rounding, thinking of extension in the spine. And once you lean forward to the edge, maybe then you consider dropping the chin down, letting the head hang. Finding breath. Hands can come to your lap for support. Press into the hands. We'll lift the body back up and bring that extended foot in. You can shake it out in between. All right. I'm going to invite you to lift your left foot up and take it and wrap the foot around the back of the opposite foot. So we're crossing at the ankles. And then once you have the feet crossed at the ankles, squeeze the thighs towards each other into the midline. And we're going to do a seated variation of an eagle posture. And in this posture, we're going to pull everything into the midline of the body. So as you set up with the legs, think about squeezing the thighs in. Next, we're going to reach the arms out wide. And as we exhale, you're going to bring the arms across body. Right arm will come on top. And you can grab onto opposite shoulders. And this is a great place to stay. This is where I'm going to practice, but some people might want to bend the elbows up, reaching the arms up towards the ceiling or the sky. Just an option. So here, hugging everything in towards the midline, squeezing the thighs. Maybe you drop the chin in once more. Begin to feel a little rounding in the upper back. Find your inhale and your exhale. Keep squeezing in. And as you're ready, we'll lift the head up, reach the arms out wide, and then release the legs. You can shake it out. We're going to try that on the other side. So this time, take the opposite foot, I believe it's your right, and take it behind the ankle. You're wrapping at the ankles. Squeeze the thighs in towards each other, and we'll reach the arms out wide. Opposite arms on top. So as you bring the arms across body, the opposite arm will come and grab onto the shoulders. And you can hold here, or again, there's always an option to turn the arms up for the eagle arms. We'll take an inhale. Squeeze everything into the center of your body. Maybe drop the chin down towards the chest. We're going to hold here for a few rounds of breath. Lots of activation. Feel your body expand with the inhale and pull everything into the center line of your body with the exhale. Good. As you feel ready, we'll extend the arms out and release the legs. You can shake it out. All right. I'm going to invite you to come into a wider stance with the feet. So taking the feet a little wider apart, you might even scoot more towards the edge of the chair. Toes can point out to the sides if that feels comfortable. We're going to take our hands to the knees or the thighs. As you press into the feet, we're going to create some circles through the hips. So inhale, bring the body around and forward. And as you exhale, take the body around and back. Keeping that connection to the feet and the sit bones as if they were glued down, we're going to bring rotation into the space of the hips, the waist, the ribs. Maybe even you bring some shoulder and head movements into these rotations. You decide how big or small your circles are. And then when you feel ready, you can pause and switch the rotation. Try going the other way. Notice if anything's different in this direction. Just beginning to unwind through the hips, through the belly, through the ribs. Taking your time. And as you feel complete on this side, we're going to bring the torso back up through center. Keeping your legs in this wide stance, bring your left forearm down to the thigh. Bring awareness to your right shoulder. You're going to roll it back. So here we're beginning to twist and open our heart space up towards the ceiling. You can press into that left arm, allowing you to help twist the body open. Option to stay here, or maybe you lift that right arm up and reach it towards the ceiling. Pressing into the feet, using your left arm as leverage to twist the body open. You might even take the gaze up towards the ceiling. We'll take a full inhale. And as you exhale, you can bring the hand down, lift the torso, coming back up through the middle. And we'll try that on the other side. So you're going to bring your right forearm down to the thigh. You'll locate your left shoulder and begin to roll it back and opening the chest up towards the ceiling. You can press into this right forearm to help you twist the body. And you can stay here pressing into the feet and the sit bones, or maybe you begin to extend that left arm up towards the ceiling, spreading the fingers wide, finding this gentle twist. We'll find a steady inhalation here. And then on the exhale, we'll release the hand down. Bring the torso back through center. And then you can walk the feet back in. All right. So I'm going to invite you to come into a comfortable seat in the chair. So you might scoot back just a little bit. We're still going to keep our feet in front of us, rooting down under the knees. I'll invite you to take the shoulders up by the ears, then roll them around and back. And as they come down, lift the heart. Maybe you place the hands on the lap. Option here to soften the gaze or close your eyes. We're going to end our practice with a little bit of rest, a little bit of stillness. Maybe you soften the jaw or gently take your tongue towards the roof of the mouth. Smooth out the space across the forehead and the eyebrows. allow yourself a few moments of doing absolutely nothing. Maybe all you hear here is the sound of your breath moving in and out of this amazing body. I invite you to gently bring your hands together, palms to touch at heart center. As you press the hands together, see if you can gently lift your heart up towards the thumbs. Maybe you choose to gently bow the head towards the fingertips, bowing in towards yourself. You might find a moment for gratitude. What are you grateful for today? And I'm very grateful that you have showed up and took 30 minutes of your time to spend concentrating on the movements of your body, connecting to yourself and your breath. And thank each of you for sharing your practice with me. Thank you, Yoga Buzz, for making this possible. And of course, our friends at the Earth Day Festival, thank you for allowing us to celebrate with you. The light inside of me sees and honors the light inside of each of you. And I bow and offer peace. I say thank you. Namaste. All right, friends. Thanks for joining us. Have a good day.